topic is air pollution. The short note of 5 marks or the short answering question of 10 marks will ask on this. So we will either get a question on air pollution or water. Definitely we will get question of 20 to 30 marks on these topics out of 100. So air pollution means presence of extra amount of suspended matters in the surrounding atmosphere. That is called as air pollution. Air pollution means presence of extra suspended material, extra amount of suspended material in the atmosphere is called as air pollution. What is mean by suspended particle? Suspended particle means it may be the dust or a pollen grain, or it may be a gas like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrates, nitrites, sulfur dioxide. Whatever is present in extra amount, it will cause the air pollution. For study purpose, this air pollution and these suspended matters, maybe the dust, air or pollen grain, or all these gases, they are termed as pollutant. Means pollutants are the substances, maybe the solid or a gases, when they are present in an extra amount in the atmosphere, causes the air pollution. So, example of air pollutants. Pollutant means pollutant means what? Pollutant means presence of anything extra in the atmosphere disturb the percentage of certain amount of things which are present into the atmosphere. That percentage is disturbed. So, for study purpose, these substance pollutants are classified under two headings. Number one is primary pollutant and second is secondary pollutant. Primary pollutant means they are present in the atmosphere, maybe in the form of dust, pollen grains. So they are primary pollutants because they are present. While secondary pollutant means those which are present in the atmosphere but not visible, invisible gases, but their contact or interaction with the primary pollutant causes the air pollution. So maybe all type of gases, all type of paints, if present in the paint particles, that will cause the air pollution. Now, what are the adverse effects of this air pollution? For study purpose, again they are classified under two headings. Air pollution, adverse effect of air pollution on atmosphere itself, and air pollution of adverse effect of air pollution on human body. Atmosphere means if a maximum amount of these pollutants present into the atmosphere, it will cause the bad effect, adverse effect on the atmosphere itself or a human body. So, if lot of atmosphere these air pollutants present into the atmosphere, they will affect first and foremost because we inhale the air. So, this atmospheric air gets polluted. So, bad pollution is there, bad air is there. So, this is the effect on the atmosphere. Effect on the human body, the first step which affects because of the bad effect or adverse effect on the human body is respiratory system. Because whatever the present in the atmosphere, we are inhaling it and exhaling. So, what type of diseases you get? It may cause bronchitis, alveolitis, acute bronchitis, chronic bronchitis, If pus occurs at the base of the lung called as bronchiectasis, all type of these diseases can be seen. Even all types of diseases like what we call as pain in throat, pharyngitis. If some disease enters along with that, it may cause the suppurative tonsillitis, suppurative pharyngitis. So all sort of diseases, tuberculosis, all sort of diseases you can see as far as the respiratory tract system is concerned. Another system which affects is the central nervous system. In central nervous system, if you inhale lot of carbon dioxide or a carbon monoxide, it will have the direct effect on the brain matter. So person may become dull, depressed, mental retardation, or personality becomes irritant, person is not calm and stable, but person will talk irrelevant things. So central nervous system. So these are the two foremost systems which are affected. If this air contains some carcinogens, so it will affect the skin, leading to the skin cancer. If air contains lot of pollutants and building paint, the building which has been painted, all building will be, that paint will be destroyed. So color of the building will change. So these are the effects you can see. Now, how to prevent this air pollution? Prevention of air pollution is done by three things. Natural way of prevention is dilution. Second is dilution of the air. Second is distribution of the air. Distribute the air from, how will you dilute and distribute? Keep the window and the door which are facing open. This will cause the dilution of the air. This will cause the distribution of the air. If polluted air is present in this room, if there is a cross ventilation like this, window to window or window to door, then polluted air will be removed from the other side because of the flow of the wind. So dilution, distribution, and one more D is dilution, distribution, and disintegration. Disintegration of the polluted air. It will reduce the, this is one of the measure of preventing the air pollution. Another measure is from where we get the fumes. Inadequate consumption of petrol, inadequate consumption of diesel, inadequate or incomplete burn of woods, it will cause all the fumes or smoke, and all these fumes or smoke are irritating to the eyes, nasal mucosa, oral mucosa, tracheal mucosa, bronchial mucosa, alveolar mucosa. It will damage the mucosa wherever these fumes enter. So preventive measure number one is dilution, distribution, and disintegration. Number two is by adequate consumption or adequate use of diesel, petrol, rocket, or complete burning of the woods from where we get the fumes or smoke. These are the two methods. Now, how to control this air pollution? Very simple. Just I told you, dilution, distribution, and disintegration. Suppression of the air can be done by use of water. So spray the water wherever the dust is moved, the dust will be suppressed downward. Now what are the measures can be taken? Legislative measures. Law. What law says? Air pollution law says every vehicle must have the air pollution certificate. Now coming to the airborne disease. As the name indicates, airborne, spelling of born is B-O-R-N-E and not B-O-R-N. Remember this. There are four types of airborne diseases. Bacterial, diphtheria, example diphtheria, tuberculosis. If contact, person, baby is suffering from measles or no, this contact infection, droplet infection will cause the infection to the other baby. Number so bacteria, contact, viral infection from one person to the other if the person is subject to viral infection. And fourth is fungal infection. If the one person is subject to fungus infection, it will infect the other person. This concludes the